Hello, I'm Camelia, and this is KiniNews. Anwar has responded to claims that the government made U-turns on decisions. He clarified that the decisions brought up by the opposition were made under the previous government. However, he said he was willing to flip-flop on any decisions as long as it benefited the people. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim said he has no problems with flip-flopping on policy decisions if it can help the people. Anwar said this after the government was accused of flip-flopping over the chicken and egg subsidies as well as the Public Service Department scholarships for students pursuing medicine, dentistry, and pharmacy. However, Anwar stressed that the previous decisions to end the chicken and egg subsidies by the end of June and to stop the PSD scholarships were made under the former administration.
Keputusan pengumuman itu bukan flip-flop, keputusan lama kita diumum ikut prosesnya. Tapi bila dimaklum kepada saya, diteliti balik, ini akan membebankan rakyat, raya haji dekat, kita tolonglah rakyat. Jadi beza saudara yang berhormat Tanjong Karang yang duduk tak berapa puas hati kerana flip-flop. Kalaupun flip-flop untuk bantu rakyat, saya akan flip-flop. Ya. Buat apa tak mau flip-flop tapi bebankan rakyat.
He said this in response to PN-Tanjong Karang MP Zulkafperi Hanapi, who said the U-turns on these decisions would damage the people's confidence in the current government. In his response, Anwar also pointed out that these two were not the first decisions from the previous Pakatan National Cabinet that he had reversed. For example, he said the PN government had increased electricity costs for the people, which he later decided to change. While several PN lawmakers stood up to say he was wrong about this, Anwar insisted there was a record in Parliament that the former government had made this announcement. Still on Anwar, the Prime Minister has denied that he misled the Dewan Rakyat. This came after a PN MP called for him to be referred to the Parliamentary Rights and Privileges Committee. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has called on all parties not to distort the facts on the use of the word Allah to deceive the people. He added that he had not given any contradictory statements about the matter following his audience with the Sultan of Selangor last week. Anwar said this in response to PN's Tanjong Karang MP Zulkafperi Hanapi, who had interrupted proceedings this morning to call for him to be referred to the Parliamentary Rights and Privileges Committee for allegedly misleading the Dewan Rakyat.
Apa yang Sultan Selangor sebut, iaitu dalam soal perakuan kabinet tentang tidak membolehkan Allah digunakan di semenanjung tanah Melayu, diperkenan. Kemudian kelonggaran untuk Sabah Sarawak saya jelaskan, dan kemudian oleh kerana ada pindaan, tuanku memberi pandangan sebaiknya pindaan yang nak dicadangkan itu atau memperkemas peraturan itu sebaiknya dibawa dulu kepada Majlis Kemajuan Islam supaya tuanku sendiri akan persembah kepada Majlis Raja-Raja. Apa yang bertentangan ni? Nak putar belit, nak tipu rakyat sebab apa? Nak dapat keuntungan politik, jangan dengan menipu.
Anwar explained that Zulkafperi was confusing two separate matters regarding the Allah issue. The first, he said, was the government's decision to withdraw the appeal, which did obtain the consent of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, Malay's rulers, and state Islamic councils. The second is the amendments that they will review at the Advisory Council before it is raised to the Conference of Rulers. The police will be applying for assistance from Interpol to locate comedian Jocelyn Chia, who had recently come under fire after mocking Malaysia and the MH370 tragedy. The Royal Malaysia Police will seek Interpol's assistance to locate comedian Jocelyn Chia. This is according to Inspector General of Police Akril Sani Abdullah Sani. Akril Sani reportedly told reporters today that the application for assistance will be made tomorrow. According to Harian Metro, he said the police have completed transcribing the suspect's speech in the video clip and on June 7th made an application for profiling from the Malaysia Communications and Multimedia Commission. He added that investigations into Chia were being carried out under Section 504/505(c) of the Penal Code, as well as Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act. Chia had recently come under fire after mocking Malaysia and the MH370 tragedy in her stand-up routine titled Singapore vs. Malaysia, held in New York, United States. Following this, Singapore's High Commissioner to Malaysia, Vanugopala Menon, slammed Chia's comments, saying her statement does not in any way reflect Singapore's view. He also revealed that Chia was no longer a Singaporean and also apologized to all Malaysians for her hurtful remarks. Recently, in an interview with CNN, Chia reportedly claimed that the viral clip did not show the full routine and as such was taken out of context. Tensions between PKR and MUDA are heating up over an argument on the Littoral Combat Ship project scandal. In the latest exchange, PKR Deputy Information Chief Razif Rakimin bluntly asked if MUDA President Syed Saddiq Syed Abdul Rahman was dense. This came after Syed Saddiq said yesterday that he would continue to speak out on the matter, even if he is threatened by those who were previously vocal on the LCS scandal. In a statement, Razif pointed out that the PKR youth statement rebuking the MUDA president on Sunday was not a threat, but just a reprimand for him not to twist the issue. However, he said Syed Saddiq has now twisted the statement as being a threat for him not to speak on people's issues, which is false. Previously, in their statement, PKR Youth had stated that Pakatan Harapan has not strayed from its promise of resolving issues related to the LCS scandal and that investigations into individuals accused of swindling the project are still ongoing. They also accused Syed Saddiq of shifting goalposts in his criticism of the issue and accused him of painting the government in a bad light. Muhammad Hassan has refuted claims that 2 million UMNO members had left the party. UMNO Deputy President Muhammad Hassan has refuted Anwar Musa's claims that 2 million members had left the party. He also reminded Anwar to be careful when making any statements about UMNO, even though it was within his rights to do so. He told reporters in Terengganu last night that he didn't know where Anwar got the numbers from, but he could also claim that 2 million people had joined UMNO. He said he would leave it to the public to judge by themselves. Muhammad added that there were members who have quit the party, some who followed Anwar and some who were disappointed with the Barisan Nasional Pakatan Harapan collaboration, but the number is not that big. On Sunday, Anwar, who is now a past member, had claimed that UMNO had lost more than 2 million supporters, even before the 15th general election. Meanwhile, when asked about preparations for the upcoming state elections, Muhammad said he is confident that victory in states under the administration of the unity government can be maintained. He said the issue now is to make sure that Barisan Nasional can regain its footing and also, if possible, to win in states like Terengganu and Kedah. Anwar has called on the public to defend Selangor from the opposition. He said the state is the unity government's stronghold and many were trying to get their hands on it. Pakatan Harapan chairperson Anwar Ibrahim has urged the public to defend the Selangor government based on the state's performance and its importance to the national economy. In a special address to Selangor civil servants in Shah Alam yesterday, Anwar said that looking at Selangor's performance, there is much more potential that the state can offer, and the state plays an important role in defending the strength of the national economy. He said this is why there are many who want to get their hands on it and urged the public not to give them that opportunity. Anwar added that Selangor is the unity government's stronghold and they should not support a government just to retain it, but because they recognize its performance and its commitment to save the state and country. However, he said Selangor's position could be threatened if the opposition continued playing racial and religious sentiments with the aim of swaying young voters. Selangor, along with Negeri Sembilan, Kedah, Penang, Kelantan and Terengganu will be facing state elections soon. The Selangor State Assembly will automatically dissolve on June 25th unless the state's ruler agrees to dissolve it earlier upon request by the Menteri Besar. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.